So you guys remember when you were a kid, right, and it's the lead up to Christmas, and you tell your mum that what you really, really want for Christmas is a Sega Mega Drive? Because of course you do. I mean, who wouldn't? Your mates have got one. They play Golden Axe and Sonic the Hedgehog, and you really, really want a Sega Mega Drive, and you'll do anything to get the blooming thing. You walk the dog every morning, you'll do your homework on time every night, you'll do the dishes every single day, and you really do. You try your hardest. You do that every single day on the lead up to the big day. It draws around and you're super excited. You're thinking, what I'm really going to get is this Sega Mega Drive that I want so much. And on the big day, on the big morning, you run down the stairs and hold up, what's that? You see an oddly shaped packet underneath the Christmas tree. That doesn't look like the box of a Sega Mega Drive. And so with a little trepidation, you open up the packet and it's a watch. And it's a bloody good watch, don't get me wrong. I mean, you wear it solidly for the next 3 years and you get great use of it, but it's not a Sega Mega Drive. And you've got to pretend for the next day, the next week, that you're really, really delighted with your present. That is exactly what this summer was like for me. So I think overall the summer was not perhaps as bad as I made out there. The board announced that we were moving into our new stadium, the York Community Stadium, which is great news. It's an 8,500 all-seater capacity stadium, perfect for this division and perfect for going into the league system, which we will hopefully be doing at the end of the season. It's got a expansion capacity of 13,000, which is a little bit less than I would have wanted actually, but it's not too bad. In terms of better news as well, we massively improved the staff here at York, at the community stadium. We got in our new assistant manager. I'll just show you him. He's Charlie Oatway. You can see what I value in an assistant is man management and motivating, because I quite often hit the auto give the team talk because I'm a bit lazy like that. He's also got much better judging player ability and potential than Mickey Cummins there. We filled out the backroom staff. We got some really, really good staff in this guy, Charlie Nelson, for instance. We got Ben Parker. We got a fitness coach, a proper fitness coach. He's not quite as good as I would have wanted, but he's not too bad for this level. A little bit less pleased with our scouting team. I might ask request for another scout just to cap that off there, but we got a new chief scout, Matthew Walmsley here, pretty decent for this level. So all in all, off the pitch stuff, off the signings stuff is not too bad really. In more further news, even better news, we got approval for an under-23 team for ourselves. We only had previously, we only had the under-18s. We got an under-23 team, which is excellent. It's going to be excellent for player development. I mean, it really shows how far we're moving. We're really, really going to be pushing to become an established league side in the coming years. So this is going to be really, really useful for player development. So I know what you guys are really excited to see is the summer signings, and here they are. We spent a grand total of 20k. Most of the signings, pretty much the majority of the signings there, you can see freebies. The only players we paid for is Richard Scott from Boston and Jamie Gray. We finally got him in. He was one of our targets from last season. Really looking forward to see how he gets along. So let's take you through it. So we picked up Ryan Mallison here, and we picked him up. Where did he come from? He came from Kettering. I was scouting out some of the teams around us that we were playing. So he's going to be playing in that shadow striker role. I've got a couple of players in for that position who you'll see shortly. He's going to be playing in that position. I quite like him. He's got really good physicals for his age. He's only 18. Got really good physicals, lovely potential ability to him. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential there. Some nice stats on him. I think he can do a job for us. We got in Richard Scott from Boston. He was on an unprotected contract. We had to pay 9k, but again, I think he's excellent. Maybe I overdid it a bit on the Shadow Strikers. I'm not sure if we are actually going to play that formation now. But yeah, like I say, I mean, I like this guy. I think he's even better than the previous one because he can play in the deep lying or advanced playmaker positions that we use there. He's really, really good. Got excellent mentals. Only 16 this time as well. A lot of potential to Richard Scott here. Looking forward to see how he develops. Moving on, we've got Matthew Walsh here. Matthew Walsh from Cardiff Met Uni. I don't know how he popped up on our scout reports, but pop up he did, so I moved in swiftly. I think he's excellent for the level again. He's got really, really good goalkeeping stats. I mean, aerial reach and command of area, not so great. That's something he will need to work into. But communication, handling, kicking, one-on-ones, reflexes, all really, really high, really, really pleasing stuff. Is he going to be our number one? I'm not so sure. We've got another player in for the number one spot, and it is a player I tried to sign at the start of last season. He is available on a free transfer at the start of a save. You guys, I highly recommend you look into him if you are doing a low-level save in the Prem. It's in the Championship. It's goodness me. In the conference, it's Jamie Stevens here. You can see again, aerial reach 11, command of area, communication, that's good, that's solid. Handling, kicking not so great. I'm going to be training him up on that. One-on-ones. What else have we got? We got good reflexes on him. We've got throwing ability. Already worth 20k here. A decent signing, I think, for us there. So moving on from Jamie Stevens, we actually got our man, guys. I'm so chuffed to introduce you to Stefano Sia Vertini. I think he is the perfect partner for Romano at the back there. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. I actually think he's a little bit better than that. Valuation now of 87k, picked up on a free. Don't forget, everyone, that you can pick this guy up if you're a Vanarama North-South team in the very first season. Lovely mental attributes on him here. Determination, teamwork, work rate, tackling, marking, heading, all very, very high. Excellent physicals on him for this level. I think he is going to be a superb pickup for us. Really, really pleased to bring in Stefano Sia Vertini to help out Romano at the back. We also got, as I mentioned earlier, we also got Jamie Gray here. Jamie is another one of those who's available at the start of any game on a free. I think he's an excellent player, this kid. He's got really, really great physicals for you, that you can see for this level. That is tremendous for a 21-year-old he would be at the start of the game. Decent mentals, good technicals. Very, very pleased to get Jamie Gray in here. I think he'll be an ideal partner for Navarro up front. However, unfortunately, Jamie picked up a knock almost as soon as he came in. He's expected to be out for 3 to 6 weeks, which is not so great news. Moving on from Jamie, we got in, I think we covered Will Forrester, we got in Callum Whelan here. Callum was a bit of one of those punts to nothing. I was struggling a little bit. My targets in the centre of midfield were not agreeing terms with me, or they were asking like 3 or 4k. I will show you some of those that we missed out on shortly. You'll see what I mean from the start of the vid. But Callum is by no means bad. He's a 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability player. Decent physicals. Love the natural fitness on him for a box-to-box, which is what we'll be playing him as. Pretty good mentals, good decisions, good teamwork. Again, useful for a centre midfielder. And okay-ish technicals. I think we've got a bit of work to do with Callum here, but I think he'll be not too bad as like a backup for Vieira when Vieira gets suspensions or injuries, as we've seen. Now, I am absolutely delighted, everyone, to bring in Isaac Christie Davis. He is one of my favourite youngsters for a low-level save here. He comes from actually comes from Chelsea. I thought he came through the Liverpool youth systems, but he is a superb player. Let's just have a look at Isaac Christie again. Already 88k, picked up on a free. I think these star ratings are false. Sometimes the scouts get it wrong, or the assistant does. Really lovely physicals on Isaac here. Amazing technicals. Just such a well-rounded player. First touch, passing, technique. I think he will be giving. I certainly think he will be giving Ben Camis a run for his money in the first team. We got in Connor Stanley here, who is everybody's perennial favourite signing for lower league saves, I think, in the second season. Connor here comes from us from the Man United Youth Academy. I think he's an excellent backup over on the right hand side. He will be backup for Cox in case Cox gets injured, or in case we have to sell Cox. There's a lot of interest. He's not signing a new contract with us. He's got a release clause, which I wasn't able to get out of his contract of 250k, which wouldn't be too bad to sell him for that, I suppose. So Connor here, I think, would be an adequate replacement. He's a 3-star current ability player, 5-star potential, excellent acceleration on him, great crossing, not so great on the passing. Or the first touch there. We need to work a little bit on his technicals, I think, but I will certainly do that in the summer. So in the training there. So there is Connor Stanley for you. We've got in next one up is Connor T. Yeah, Connor was another one of those ones. I actually thought he would be suitable for a deep line playmaker role. Maybe not so much now. Taking a look at him, he does play the shadow striker role. I think we actually might be too heavily burdened now in that position. We've got 3 players for a tactic I might not even be playing this season. But here's Connor T for you. Decent, good wages. Okay pick up there. And then finally, well, not finally, Joe West as backup for Muscat. I think he's a superb backup. Good acceleration. Excellent mentals, decent technicals for a left back. Only thing that lets him down defensively is this strength, which we will look into improving now. I think additional focus. Let's give him strength training there. And then finally, again, I was panicking a bit. I didn't think we had enough up front with the Jamie Gray injury, so I picked up Connor Hall here. Decent pickup, I think. Little bit too much than I would have liked on the wages. I would have preferred that to be sort of around the 1.5k, I think. But current ability, 2.5-star potential for lovely player in terms of mentals, decent physicals, okay-ish technicals. Can actually play as a false 9 or a pressing forward. So those are the signings of the summer so far. Everyone, I hope you think they're all right. You'll see what I mean from the start of the video when I show you some of the players I've been desperately trying to bring in over the summer, who've just been either rejecting me flat out or demanding absurdly high wages. So everyone, look, I mean, these players, dear oh dear, even looking at them is upsetting me at the moment. So we've got Sam Hughes here. I think he is perfect for this level, and I think he'd even do a job in the Championship, if I'm honest. Really, really great central defender. He comes through from the Leicester Academy there. Absolutely superb player. We've got Dimitri Mitchell here. Again, look at him. Just look at how good this kid is. He's got absolutely everything that you would need for a left back, and even potentially as a left midfielder. We've got Rhys Cole here. Again, cracking player as a deep lying playmaker. Just rejected me outright. Wouldn't even come in on a trial. We're just too low in terms of our in terms of our club reputation. We've got Oliver Shinton here. Look at this. I mean, Oliver, dear oh dear oh dear, again as a deep-lying playmaker, he would be superb. In fact, I'm so want him in, I'm going to offer him a trial again. In fact, let's go back and do that for Sam Hughes, because we do have a little bit of wages left to spend, so we might as well keep trying, keep being persistent with it. But these players, Akonza, as Kona, I should say, by the way, goodness knows again how he came up on my scout reports, and how we got full knowledge of him without actually scouting of him. I think we, of course, we had him in on a trial. That's how I did it. So he popped up. I wanted to take a look at him. I think he's one of these new gen players who sort of pops up at the start of the summer, and I swiftly moved in. I'm going to be, if he does come in, I'm going to be retraining him over on the right hand side there, I think. Another player we missed out on, good old Ryan Loft here. Look at that, I mean, unbelievable player. Josh Davidson, again, a player I would have liked to have signed. There have been so many that we've missed out on. It is absolutely unreal. I think we've still got them, some of them scouted here. I don't want to just, I really don't want to even think about it. But Matty Folds here, look at it. I mean, he just, let's have a look, approach to sign. He will speak, but they just want so much money. Look at this. I mean, I'll show you. Negotiate contract, ask Varney, 1.8k. He's not going to come for that amount of money, is he? Look at that. See, he wants 2.5k to come. Now, we can't pay that sort of money. So that's what I meant at the start. I mean, there's Liam Smith here. He might be decent enough backup. Let's just offer Liam a contract here. Squad, I think I prefer. I don't think he's going to sign. So there might be a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is just unbelievable and horrible, the amount of money that they want there. So I might go back through and see if we can maybe go in for some of these again. I mean, if you want to, I'll stop the screen here. You can look at some of the players for your own saves there. If you're coming into the second season, most of them should also be available. But that is what I mean when I say how stressful a season it has been. Let's take a look at the team report and have a look at the squad depth here. You can see it's not too bad, actually. It really isn't. Not as bad as I made out anyway at the start. We've got excellent cover up top. Navarro's only recently signed a new contract with us, keeps us at the club till 2020. Him at the club till 2022. I mean, the wages are a little bit left to be desired, but he's an essential player for our squad here. We got Kempster, still knocking around, amazing for us last season. Was actually our top scorer last season, as you might remember. Jamie Gray and Hall here. We got Milan Bars, who was wanted in the summer, but I managed to get him on a new contract. Kempster, of course, can play over on the left. We got Ben Chemis and Isaac Christie Davis for deep line playmaker. We got Vieira and Whelan for our box-to-box midfield. We got Coxey, if he sticks around, hopefully he will, and Connor Stanley on the right. We've got Joe Muscat and Joe West at left back. We've got Romano and Sia Vertini at the back there. I would love, ideally, another one. This Phoebe in on trial. He might come in as backup for Dyer, but we've also got Stevens and Welsh in goal. So overall, I mean, I'm not upset with the squad. Like I say, it's just that the amount of players that I missed out on over the summer was unreal. I mean, 20 or 30 we're talking about came in on trial. I wasn't able to get them, unfortunately. So in the build up to the Aldershot game, I'm going to be offering out trials and possibly even contracts to some of those players that you saw on my shortlist. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up one or two more, maybe like a central defender, right back, and I don't know, maybe a backup, another central midfielder. left wing, and what's available to bring in on trials and frees. We've got the Aldershot game coming up, first game of the season. Like I say, if you don't sort of see an in-betweeny bit, we were unsuccessful in our bringing in of new players. Hello guys and welcome back. So yeah, none of those signings wanted to come to us in the end, unfortunately, so we're going to progress, push on with the season now. We got Aldershot versus York. We're going with a familiar looking team, basically the team that got us promotion last season. Kempster and Navarra up top, Bars, Bencamis, Vieira and Cox. Muscat, Sia Vertini is the debutante, or one of the debutantes in the team. Romano and Dyer, and then Jamie Stevens, sorry, in defence. We've got Matthew Walsh, we've got Joe West, and we've got Isaac Christie, Davis, Connor Hall, and Connor Stanley on the bench here. So this should be a test for us to see really what kind of level we're going to be at in the division. I'd like to think with our tactic and with our team here, we should have enough to go up straight off the bat into the league. That is, after all, the aim of the road to glory. So let's kick off the game here. So Aldershot versus York. The teams line up there and do their little team talk, their little huddle in the circle row. Oh, it's on the super fast because I was doing a friendlies earlier on. So let's drop that back down to slightly faster. Yeah, I'd really love to see a performance here from the lads to show that they're ready and raring to go for the new season. I think Aldershot might be a bit of a test here. Tinkler, what a name for that guy. Plays it up top to Baltimore, to Rowe out wide. Chislett drifting through. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot tougher this season. I highly doubt whether we're going to get our strings of results, those back-to-back wins that we had been getting. Oh dear, what has happened there? First game of the season blues. It did happen to us, if you remember. Last season we only drew the first game, but it's a corner from Rowe. It's a scramble in the box. Stevens should do better than that with the clearance. But it was sort of one of those goalmouth scramble type things. Going to demand more straight away. Hopefully it'll help. I'm going behind. I just hope that we can come back from this. Tanner hits the post. Sia Vertini away. We've got to weather the storm, I think, till half time. And then we'll regroup and take a look. Or maybe we can strike back and get a goal before half time here. Dyer's picked up a knock, unfortunately. I'm not sure I've got a right back on the bench. I've got Joe West here. I think Dyer's going to have to keep playing till half time. Hopefully it's not too big of a knock. Yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating in the summer. It really was like that. You saw just from that week that we had leading up to the Aldershot game here. Cox, Vieira. Come on, Vieira. Sia Vertini scores on his debut from a lovely work set piece here. Let's have a look at this in slow motion. Really want to see how this goal works. So Cox plays in the corner. We need to keep hold of Cox. Number one priority. Romano. Oh, that is lovely. That is a delicious corner routine there from us. Yeah, so we really number one priority. As soon as Cox is willing to speak to me again about his contract, we need to get that renewed and get rid of the 200k release clause that he's got on it. Hand over to assistant. A lot more to come from you. A lot more to come from you. A lot more to come from you. Okay, Aldershot versus York in the second half here. We're at the recreation ground, attendance 3.5 capacity. It's always nice when you're newly promoted to get off to a good start, because you can build sort of momentum as you go through the matches into the season. Navarro, I would have loved that to have been Navarro's first goal of the season there. Let's. I'm going to do a change. I think. A minute. Let's do a change here. Isaac Christie Davis is coming on for Ben Camis, and Connor Stanley is going to come on for Coxie there on the right, and we will see how they do. Hopefully Stanley's going to be alright this season. I think he's going to go well. I really like him, so I do think he's a good pickup for us. So much like last season, I think this first game of the season might end 1-1, which isn't too bad of a result. Vieira's on a yellow, as always. Vieira plays it through to Navarro. Navarro picking it up outside the box, plays it into Stanley. Stanley with a lovely ball in, bars. Navarro, over the bar. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. It would have been amazing to get a goal there and get a score in the 10th minute. Okay, we could do again. Dyer throws it in. Navarro, Walker picks up. Yeah, I think we're going to find this level, the defences are going to be so much better, so much more difficult for us to break down from our set pieces. Of course, everybody in this division, bars, is a much stronger proposition than it was in the North-South. Oh, that is beautiful from Connor Stanley, a goal on his debut here. Absolutely sensational work from Bars there over on the left. Muscat plays it over to Bars. Bars cuts it in, beats his man, crosses it, and then Connor Stanley arriving smashes it in to the goal there. Beautiful stuff. York 2, Aldershot 1. I am absolutely 100% delighted with that if we can keep hold of it. Let's get Connor Hall on for Kempster, give him a little bit of run out, get him used to the team somewhat. But that is a delicious result there. I thought it was going to be 1-1, but we pulled through with a Connor Stanley goal in the 87th minute. Connor Stanley on his debut scoring for York City. A good win, boys, well done. So brilliant stuff. Like I say, you may have noticed some changes here and there in the video. I'm hopefully doing some more editing of our videos here. Hopefully a more polished product. Trying to find my voice a little bit better here to make a nicer viewing experience for everybody. But hopefully you enjoyed that game there and the summer transfer special. We will be coming back to you. I will be coming back to you. Let's have a look at the schedule here. I think we'll do a chunk of games here, and we'll come back to you. Dagenham and Redbridge. I think I'll come back to you sometime. I want to get August done, I think, so I'll come back to you sometime in September, maybe for the Eastleigh and Torquay game. So there we have it, everybody. Our first game of the season done and dusted. 2-1 to York there. Good signs for the rest of the season. Hopefully you stick around with me for this road to glory here with York. The aim, of course, as we mentioned, is back-to-back promotions. You'll notice as well I've been working on a lot of things as the episodes have gone through. I've been honing my editing skills, hopefully finding a little bit of my voice as well on YouTube, trying to make it a bit more sort of dynamic as well as we go through this YouTube series. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, maybe drop a subscribe if you really enjoyed it, and a comment down below if you'd like to see anything else in the save. Thanks very much for watching.